The process to get solar is semi-long, but we try to make it as easy as possible. We look at a 12-month history, and if you don't have 12 months, then we look at as much history that you have for your electric usage from your P&M bill. And based on that, we figure out how much energy you actually are using, so we can figure out how much energy to produce. So we want to basically eliminate those over time. Summer and winter change that production, so you want to look at it over 12 months so that you're making sure that you're over 12 months you're eliminating that bill, since the production goes up and down. But that's the main thing that we look at to price a system. We also look at your home electric system to make sure that the electric panel can handle it. We also look at your roof to make sure that it's structurally sound enough to hold it. Or you could do a ground mount system, which is behind us right now, and if you didn't have the structural ability on your roof. We also install carports, which are a great solar option where you can get shade for your vehicle, but also getting the production of the solar. So over the time of the process of it, once you sign contracts, the system takes about 3 months to get go through permitting, go through interconnection with P&M, and then also get installed, as well as getting the system turned on from P&M. They've been pretty backlogged since everyone in Albuquerque has been really taking advantage of the benefits of the systems. You actually really will save some money with solar energy. There's a large investment up front, but if you actually purchase the system, over time you will pay it off just like a home or car, and then after that fact, all of this energy that you're producing from that system will then pay for your electric bill, and you will no longer have to pay the electric bill. So, and that varies for people when that gets paid off for their electric system, their solar electric system. With Osceola Energy, a lot of the systems are paid off within 8 to 10 years. It really just depends on your home, the size of system that you get, and the type of product that you choose. There's actually a lot of solar tax credits that come with solar energy systems. The federal tax credit is the most well known, it's 30%. There's no longer the state New Mexico tax credit of 10%, that's gone. There's also no gross receipts tax on a solar energy system, so you got some tax savings there, about 7%. But the 30% tax credit gets the most fame because it's your biggest value. On a $30,000 system, you would get about $10,000 tax credit, and that means that it goes against your tax liability, which is what you owe the government in taxes. So you'd have $10,000 to play with over 10 years. So you could either take that $10,000 in the first year or spread it out in different increments over 10 years until you use up that tax credit. A lot of people wonder or think about getting solar for the purpose of when the grid goes down that they'll have electric energy. But unfortunately that's not the case. With grid-tied systems, especially when you interconnect with P&M here in Albuquerque, that system will actually shut off if it's connected to the grid. And that's for purposes of if there's a lineman on the line working on it when everything is down, they don't want that solar energy backfeeding into the grid, and it can be a real hazard. So the only way to have electric energy when your solar system or the grid is down is to have a battery backup system. So at Osceola Energy we do sell battery backup systems. They're a little bit more expensive, but in an area where the grid is very unreliable, they make a lot of financial sense. Leasing options do make sense for some customers. There's a big difference between leases and purchases when it comes to solar energy systems. A lease is a lot like leasing a car or renting a home. You get to make a payment, and it's usually less than what you would be paying on the solar system if you were just to pay P&M, the utility. But over time, you never get to actually pay it off, and you also don't get to use the 30% tax credit. So if you're looking to have the benefits of that 30% federal tax credit, then you'll want to purchase a system. And with purchasing a system, you actually get to pay that off over time, just like you would with a home. And after it's paid off, you have no more payments. So that's why purchasing sometimes is a better option. With Osceola Energy, we have zero down options. So it's a lot like a lease, but you actually get the benefits of the tax credits and getting it paid off, so the system's actually paid off over time.